Now you might be asking, why is this full garden in March? So you got to have a plan. You have to plan stuff out. You got to do stuff in March if you want to get it together. You got to plot it all out. You get your cold season moving into your warm season, back into your cold season. You got to deal with your space when you don't have a lot of space. So,
Got a plan.
Got a plan. All right, so for example, that's purple sage. It did not have the best winter, but that's okay because here comes the new sage, right? So this will have a good year for sure. And we'll let that hang around and we'll probably pull it and replace it. And then in the middle there is your rosemary, and that had a good winter, but even still, back in this back corner down here, we're going to put some more, right? So we just keep them cycling, stagger the planting, and you'll be okay. And then in the front, this is going to be the thyme, right? We'll put English thyme there where Beth's pointing, and that's lemon thyme right there. And then of course that's your parsley. That's the new year parsley, and that's year 2 parsley, and that's as long as parsley lasts. So you just keep rotating that back and forth. And then of course, sorry about the shadows, sun's obviously behind us, but there's your oregano. That's a new oregano, that's last year's oregano. So when this one plays out, that one should still be rolling. And then in the back, that's an annual cilantro. Beside that will go the dill. And then in the right corner, we'll have the basil.
Yay,
and
basil.
Here's some rhubarb. Turkish rhubarb, which goes good in various things. And then we filled in the bedding of it with onion. So that's our spice and herb garden for this year. And looking good so far, even though it's March. What date is this? 5th, 7th, 6th, 7th? I don't know. It's early March.
7th.
All right, this is our best dirt. What do you think, Beth? About really from when we got this house, so 13, 15 years of working this. But we let it set for 2 years, and now I need to get a tiller. I don't have access to a tiller, and it needs to be tilled. Cultivator can't deal with it any longer. Messed around in this corner and figured out I got to get a tiller.
Yeah, it's kind of thick.
Thickened up, but it's good stuff. Lots of organic in there. Really, this is a clay area, so we've really worked this little piece well. And so this year, this is where the squash goes. We like to move the squash. It gets buggy if you keep planting in the same place, so we like to move it. So we'll have yellow, crooked neck, and zucchini.
I like zucchini.
I thought you were the crooked neck girl.
No, I'm a zucchini. I like them. They're less seedy.
Less seedy zucchini.
I don't like seed.
It goes 6 to 8 inches. All right. Casual Carolina Fishing asked me about the yellow bells, and they're still hanging. Both of us are in Carolina. He's over in the Triangle area, and I'm down between Charlotte and Greensboro. But we're both at Zone 7. We've had back-to-back freezes, and after the first one, he asked me about this in one of the videos. But yeah, it's still hanging so far. What I'm concerned about, that Santa Rosa, and then if you can see that back there is the Bruce Plum. You know, we've had 2 years of basically no plums. The year previous to that, I had so many plums on that tree back there, I learned how to make plum wine, anticipating that we're going to have it again, and we haven't had it since. But we had just a load of plums, haven't had anything since. This will be the sweet potato patch, right, y'all? And off in the distance beside the shed, that's our east garden. So let's take a walk over there and I'll show you what planting is all about. Back in the shed. So we did this John Prine thing yesterday when it was cold as hell. I can't see if this is focused or not. Anyway, it's not the most organized shed, but it's big. Had a friend's mom from New Zealand refer to it as an outbuilding.
Different connotation there.
Yeah, I'm just thinking out how it actually got me confused, but anyway. It's a big old shed because I'm a big old sloppy person, so this gives me room to be sloppy. Anyway, I'm going to show you some tools here that you might want. If you got trees, this thing, hold that, Bill. Flip that around. Let's see. We're not in the Craftsman and all that stuff. Who is it?
Green Thumb.
Made in Vietnam, but I'm telling you what, that is a pruning machine right there. That thing, I love that thing. That's all I got to say about that. That dude is bad. That thing, it gets the job done, I'm telling you. Get you one of those. Yep. All right, let's put that baby back up. Well, that's good enough. And then grab that spreader. This is a handheld spreader. Now, you don't want to use this. If you got a big yard, you need a real spreader, which we have. We have a Scott's. This is also a Scott's. Point that at me. Hold up the front there, buddy. There you go. That's a Scott's handheld spreader. These things are awesome when you just got a little piece and a big spreader. You can't get it done. You grab this thing. Yep, it's still got the label on it. Feed regularly for a hell too long. My hat fell. Here's the East Garden. So you got lettuce right down the middle here because it's cold season, right? It's March, okay? We're talking planting and spacing. And you see the house is shadowing it, but it's March, okay? By the time this thing gets rolling, it's gonna have plenty of sun. Sun's gonna start moving more towards the north. Boom, bang, bangity boom. 6+ easily. This line right here is going to pepper, sweet tomato 100, pepper. Backside will be a Cherokee, which is indeterminate. That sucker will get about 8 foot tall at least. So will the sweet tomato 100 hybrid, I think it is. And then this line, I'll have 2 bush cucumbers, and in the back I'll put an indeterminate cucumber. Trellis that thing up, and it too will get about 8 foot high. Yep. So about the time these dudes are gonna go to seed, it'll be too hot. My outside will be ready to go. And then when they're starting to play out, I'll come back, plant in some new leaf lettuce, boom, for the second cold season. And this is one of the main reasons you start in March, right? You play all 3 seasons, cold, warm, cold. And if you want, you can run some collards through the winter. Collards will be okay through the winter. Get them a little hard. Some years they just keep going. You never miss. Well, that's today's backyard vlog. But don't forget, second shout out, Florida Pirate. The guy is a great photographer, videographer, and musician, and he's doing his own soundtracks for his photography and videography. It's just great. Saw one last week. It's awesome. Check him out. Follow him. Tell him Jamie and Beth
Me? Hey.
sent you along from the Slate channel. And Casual Carolina Fishing too. Don't forget to go check him out. And let's see what we got come up this week. Wednesday, Curtis Lowe for Philip Cockrum. And then Friday, if it works out, we'll have open mic. Like a real open mic. Me and Rose are gonna show you some, what's that song? Stop Dragging My Heart Around, I think.
Some little Tom Petty.
Yeah, some Tom Petty and Stephen Nicks, if we can pull it off. I mean, if it's a bad footage.
If it sucks, we're not playing it.
We ain't putting up crap. Well.
Hey, don't forget to go check out my Asian low carb.
Yeah. That's good stuff, man. I had some of it. It was all right. I just, it was good.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
3, 2, 1.
Peace,
Peace,
y'all.
y'all.